Good evening. Coming up tonight, the 2021 Student Government Inauguration was held today. More on the event.
South Carolina football had their annual pro day this week. More on one Gamecock who impressed the scouts with his workouts.
And finally, famous American actress and singer is paying tribute to the 15-year-old show that started everything for her. Details on that coming up.
All of that and more tonight on SGTV Nightly News.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse studio, this is SGTV Nightly News.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Lydia Blackstone.
And I'm Eliza Pearl-Philpott. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Just hours ago, the Student Government Inauguration ceremony was held at the USC Alumni Center. Alongside newly inducted Senate members are the student body's newest executive officers. Student Body President Alex Harrell, Vice President Emily Dingler, and Treasurer Kate Turner, and Speaker of the Student Senate Morgiana McDevitt. Each of the newly elected officials spoke to the student body for the first time in their respective positions. Harrell said in his speech that he hopes to lead students of Carolina to the light and to the end of the tunnel. You can view the full inauguration ceremony on SGTV's Facebook page or visit SGTV News 4 on Twitter for live updates.
The campus COVID dashboard has been updated. The total active cases decreased by 6, making the total active cases 65. The percent positive rate also decreased from 0.85 to 0.78. For the state of South Carolina, there are 1,013 new cases, bringing the total active cases to about 544,000. There have also been 25 new deaths, bringing the total deaths to 9,055.
President Joe Biden held his first news conference today in the White House. Biden had been putting off the conference in order to celebrate his achievements, but with growing international tensions, mass shootings, and increasing migrations crossing the border, the conference was critical to hold. Among other announcements, President Biden said that he would be doubling his American vaccination goal from 100 to 200 million shots within his first 100 days in office. The nation is already on track to reach this goal. According to the CDC, 130 million shots have already been administered already, and 14% of the American population is fully vaccinated.
Over the weekend, a man from North Carolina was bitten by a poisonous green mamba snake. What saved him? The anti-venom coming right here from Columbia's own Riverbank Zoo. The Riverbank Zoo was able to quickly respond to UNC's request for anti-venom because they are in possession of 3 green mamba snakes. The Raleigh man came in contact with the snake after having it as a pet. A bite from the green mamba snake is extremely lethal. The man is now recovering in Raleigh Hospital thanks to Riverbank Zoo's quick response. That is incredible to see that our very own Riverbank Zoo is in
able
possession
to give
of this.
That's crazy that happened. You know,
Absolutely.
to think that he had it as a pet and then something like that happened. I mean, it's just so scary. I'm glad I don't own a pet snake. I don't know about you.
I'm going to stick to the dogs and the cats. Absolutely.
We'll do that, yeah.
Coming up, we have the latest on sports, including an impressive performance from one of Gamecock football's player on his pro day. Welcome back, everyone. South Carolina had its annual pro day yesterday, and a particular Gamecock made a big impression. Let's check in with News 4 sports anchor Wade Rainey to give us the details. Wade?
Thanks, Eliza Pearl. Gamecock football players got their chance to show out for the NFL as USC held their annual pro day yesterday. The 14 participants included projected first-round pick J.C. Horn and star wideout Shi Smith, along with a host of other South Carolina NFL hopefuls. It was Horn that stole the show, though, turning in ridiculous numbers, including a 4.37 40-yard dash and a 41.5-inch vertical leap. Among the crowd of scouts and NFL management, you could spot former Gamecock and NFL standouts Captain Munnerlyn and Javon Kinlaw, who were on hand to support the participants. The players will hope to hear their names called sometime between April 29th and May 1st, when the 7-round NFL draft will take place. Coastal Carolina just missed out on a national basketball title, but it's not the one you're probably thinking of. The Chanticleers crashed out of the College Basketball Invitational, the third-tier postseason basketball tournament, in the finals with an 81-64 loss to the Pepperdine Waves. The Waves jumped out to an 18-point lead at halftime and never looked back, cruising to the CBI crown. DeAnthony Tipler led Coastal with 16 points, but only one other Chanticleer finished with double-digit points, as Daryl Polk Jr. poured in 19 to lead Pepperdine to victory. That's all that's happening for South Carolina sports. Back to you, Eliza Pearl.
Thank you, Wade. Coming up, it is the best of both worlds that this singer paid tribute to last night to the show that made her. Welcome back, Carolina. New characters in this children's show and a women's history fact for you. Here are the details with the News 4 Entertainment anchors Lindsay Harsherheimer and Chelsea Bynes.
Thank you, Lydia. Sesame Street is now introducing two new Muppets. A black father and son will be brought to the crew for a new racial literacy initiative. The father and son will teach children about race and melanin. The two new Muppets, 5-year-old Wes and Father Elijah, will launch several ABCs of racial literacy to not only teach children, but parents as well. This new learning resource is coming from the nonprofit's commitment to racial justice. How amazing is this? I think it's so cool.
I know, it's definitely overdue, but at least they're doing it now. I just think it's so cool.
I saw the little preview with Elmo talking to them, and I thought it was so amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be so good for little kids to learn that from a young age.
Yeah.
Yesterday, on the 15-year anniversary of the show's release, Miley Cyrus posted a tribute to the character that led to her fame, Hannah Montana. Cyrus recounts many of her experiences from the show in her letter and thanks her character for beginning her career and bringing her lifelong friends like co-stars Mitchell Musso and Emily Osment. With over 700,000 likes in less than 24 hours, some could say her fan base definitely appreciated the little bit of nostalgia and is happy to know that Cyrus has not forgotten where she started. I thought this was absolutely adorable. My friend sent it to me and it looked like it was on the purple paper and it just had all the aesthetic. I loved it.
Yeah, I was a really big Hannah Montana fan, so
I loved the me too. I watched every single season. I think it went into when I was in 6th grade.
Yep.
I was 12 years old still watching Hannah Montana, but we're not going to talk about it.
Today's women's history fact is someone we all know as the woman who discovered radium and studied radioactivity for many years, Marie Curie. But many people don't know that Marie Curie is the only woman to ever receive 2 Nobel Prizes. She is only one of 4 people to ever receive 2 Nobel Prizes at all. The first prize was shared for her work with her husband in physics, and her second prize was in the chemistry field for her work with radioactive materials.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Chelsea and Lindsay. Coming up after the break, meteorologist Caden Dinkins will let you know what to expect for this week's forecast, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Caden Dinkins, your meteorologist for tonight. Let's get right into weather headlines for this week. So starting tomorrow, we will see some thunderstorms as a result of that severe weather that is moving from the Midwest down to the south. And so that'll start on Friday and then move throughout Saturday and Sunday, but it'll clear up on Monday, but there will be a nice temp drop. And then there are possible showers next week. And then moving on into the high temperature trend of today. So we saw a whopping 83 today, and then it's going to move, that's tomorrow. Whopping 83 tomorrow, Friday, but that will be with those thunderstorms. And then it'll jump down 1 degree to 82 on Saturday, another degree down, 81 on Sunday, and then it goes right down to 66. And that's a pretty big drop, but that's after all that rain. And then it jumps right back up to 69, and then we go up a little bit higher to 77. The average temperature of this following week will be 76. Nice and warm, a little cool on Monday, but those showers will be gone. And then the state highs of today, we stayed in the lowish to mid 80s today in the Midlands, 84 in Orangeburg, 81 in Sumter, 81 in Florence as well, and then an 83 in Columbia, and then even higher, 84 in Aiken. In the upstate, it was 78 in Greenwood, 69 in Greenville, 76 in Rock Hill. And then if we jump down to the coast, we see it goes down a little bit to 74 in Hilton Head, 77 in Charleston, and then 69 in Myrtle Beach. Now, right now here in Columbia, South Carolina, it is 81 degrees. It feels like 79, and the winds are going south at 8 miles per hour, and there's a 44% humidity. Now, weather this week. Like I said, we will see those thunderstorms on Friday with a high of 83 and a low of 60. Saturday, we also see those thunderstorms. These are just a chance, but it is very likely. High of 82 on Saturday and a low of 64. High of 81 on Sunday, as well as those thunderstorms and a low of 50. It's a shame that it's so nice and warm for us over the weekend, but it is not sunny. But then Monday, we jump right back into that sun, where we see that temperature drop down to 66. It is mostly sunny. Tuesday, we see a chance of showers jump right back in. That will be during the day, but nighttime it will be clear. High of 69 and a low of 54. And then Wednesday, those are a chance of showers at night. So the day is nice and clear, mostly sunny, and then a high of 67 and a low of 56. Well, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Make sure to stay tuned for tonight's edition of Carolina Canines.
And finally tonight's edition of Carolina Canines features Roxy and Levi. This picture was sent in to us by our own Callista Yost. Now, we may have seen these two before, but not in their St. Patrick's Day fits. The two are huge Nightly News fans, and never mind the extra time in the spotlight. You know, Callista, she runs our Instagram, she runs all of that. I think she should start running an Instagram for her dogs. They're precious.
I fully support that. In that picture, you can totally tell they deserve to be in front of the camera.
They have the personality.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well, that's all we have for you on tonight's edition of SGTV Nightly News.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC to keep up with all of our content. Be sure to also visit us online at sgtvonline.com. For SGTV Nightly News, I'm Lydia Blackstone.
And I'm Eliza Pearl Philpott. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina, and forever to thee.